It's nasty. I don't know. I've never personally played against an Atraxa player, and honestly, their effect doesn't seem too bad. As long as you're not playing with poison counters. As soon as poison counters get into the mix, then I understand it. Then I understand. But other than that, I don't know. It doesn't seem too bad. I could just be having never played against someone like that uses her, so it could just be personal experience. But this deck is definitely not nothing disgusting. I wouldn't think. It basically revolves around obviously proliferating, but mostly experience counters and fungus. If you do not know what fungus are, it's a creature type. Basically, at the beginning of your upkeep, you put a spore counter on them, and then you can remove 3 spore counters to create a 1/1 green sapperling creature token. And then oftentimes they'll have like a sacrifice a sapling for free. Target do a thing. So for the example, this one, target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. So I kind of have most of the better ones that have good sacrifice effects. But yeah, I don't know. I just saw them and I was like, whoa, I really like this mechanic. I like this little mini game of like putting counters on them and then doing things, so on and so forth. So I really like that. And then through building the deck, I kind of realized that since she is 4-color, I can fit most of the experience counter cards. In this deck, I do have a Minthra deck already that I really like. So I kind of was already looking at Minthra, and then I kind of saw all the other ones because I have a Minthra deck. It's already have an experience counter deck, so I kind of knew that they could slot in here kind of decently. But I don't know. I just enjoy experience counters, and I enjoy fungus. So push the two together, and I have a deck I enjoy. If let me enable tags here. If I go over my fungus, it's just a bunch of fungus. I have a decent amount of just fungus that kind of like just don't do anything. They literally just have they're just fungus. Put the counters on them, remove the counter, and make a sapperling. I guess this one doesn't even make sapperlings. He just deals 1 damage to any target. But I don't know. Like him. He's a quirky looking guy. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just like the idea of fungus. This one I don't like the art for. There's not any like cooler looking art, so I'm kind of just cooked in that department. But some of the better effects are like I can remove 3 spore counters and prevent all no creatures deal combat damage, just preventing all combat damage. I can regenerate a target fungus. So I'm like, okay, none of my fungus die anymore, which I think is really funny. Or each creature that's a fungus or sapling is +1/+1. There's some cool combos you can do. Valid Germinator. Target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. That really goes really well with Seymour. So I just sacrifice a bunch of tokens, make Seymour really big, and then at the beginning of combat, I'll put that amount of counters on something so it becomes permanent. So I really like that, and then I can like monsters to then put the counters onto him essentially. I really like it. There's also just some counter synergy. I try to include the ones that would give me additional experience counters as well. So if this is, I would put a counter on a permanent or player, as well as Winding Constrictor also says permanent or player. I guess it's different wording. It says if I were to get 1/1 counters, I'd put +1 of those counters instead. So I just gotta pray and hope that I don't go against anyone playing poison. And then for some of the experience counters, whenever I cast an enchantment spell, I get an experience counter, and I can pay white, black, and generic to make a white and black spirit enchantment creature token, which power and toughness is equal to the amount of experience counters I have. So kind of late-ish game, if he comes down, and I have a decent amount of experience counters, I can just start churning out kind of like decently big blockers or just attackers, flyers. I guess it doesn't have flying. Regardless, Urzi, Claw of Progress. Whenever a creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield, then I control, I get an experience counter, which Fungus, I'm doing the thing. It's gonna happen hopefully a lot. And then at the beginning of combat on my turn, I put X11 counters on target creature, where X is the number of experience counters I have. So again, kind of similar to Master Seymour, some double dip in. I really like this energy, kind of matches it, keeping this similar game plan going. Whenever another creature you control dies, I get an experience counter. So again, I'm sacrificing things to like use the abilities of some of my Fungus. So very well matches in, kind of similar. If something left the battlefield this turn, I get an experience counter. If I'm sacrificing things, that's things leaving. So and then it makes my Fungus bigger for each experience counter I have. So if I'm making a decent amount of Fungus somehow, I'll have a decent amount of big blockers. Not toughness wise, but there would be like a 7-1, and it's like, okay, nobody wants to swing into a 7-1. You're gonna lose all your guys. I just have braids. I really like braids in like token decks. This gives me a decent amount of card draw, trains people because they don't want to have to sacrifice things, or if they do, I'm making them sacrifice things. So yeah, it's why braids in here. And if I look at the card draw suite, decent amount of card draw. I got Skull Clamp in here. Also, I try to keep this deck relatively like budget. I know it's 120, but this is because I have printings and things. I think the cheapest like the cheapest version is maybe around like $80 to $70. But yeah, I just have some things that like put counters on it, like put a counter on it and then draw a card for each counter, or remove 2 counters, exile a target permanent, a non-land permanent. Its controller draws 2 cards. So this can either be some like removal if you wanted to, or if you're just like, hey, I actually don't need this Zapperling, and I don't have anything I want to remove. I guess I'll just get rid of a Zapperling and draw a card. But most of the time it's gonna be removal because removal is really good. Removal is king. You kind of want to remove stuff. But in that weird scenario, so some sacrifice things like, hey, sacrifice, draw 2 cards. Another kind of baked-in sacrifice outlet that I could just sacrifice, gain 2 life, and draw a card. Whenever a creature with power, it's just whenever a creature enters suite. Whenever a creature enters, scry 1, and then if it happens again, I draw a card. So creatures are entering. I'm gonna be doing things. One of the better Fungus, 1 generic sacrifice airplane, draw a card. That's just relatively good. Another like creature entering thing, and then when a creature dies. I have a little bit of proliferate triggers, so draw a card, proliferate, it's decent. This one is a little expensive, but you know, I might look into swapping it out for like a sword or something, because 5 mana, you can, there's a reason it's 8 cents, but again, I was trying to keep it relatively simple, like budget friendly, so 8-cent card does what I want to do. Might be overcosted, but this is kind of trying to be budget, I guess. Some decent amount of ramp. Also, I really like this rampant growth. I love etched foil. I think I said this in a previous video, but oh man, it looks so good. Also this version, this is Pure Courage, is also very nice. Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to mention that at the beginning of my keep. I can return a target creature card from my graveyard with mana very less, so that's also very, very, very spicy. Some recursion and creating some Zapperlings. Decent bit of removal. Again, one might be overcosted, but I guess multiple are overcosted. They are at sorcery speed, most of these. Man, decent suite of removal. Some decent token gen. I haven't been able to get a Megaloth too big. I've only really played this deck like once or twice. But haven't been able to get it. Man, I love Megaloth, especially in Fungus. Center decks. It's very cool. And then I have just 38 lands. My sideboard, this is for the cards that I ordered, but the card shop I bought from actually didn't end up having them and refunded me them. So these are some cards that I just took out. Like I put in I think like a forest, like maybe 2 forests instead of these cards. So that's what those are there for. Decent curve. We can get into a playtest here. Some ramp, got a Fungus, and a draw spell. I can't be mad at that. It's a decent hand to start with. As always, I try not to draw first because I don't draw first. And I win. And I do good, and I get a good hand. Would have done that much better if I draw a card. So I think we're just gonna start off with a brush land, and then gonna go to turn 2 into a swamp, and we'll play a Farseek. We're gonna go for a plains because it's one of the only colors I don't have. Good things I did because plains was towards the bottom here. That comes in tapped. Sweet. Go to turn 2. Oh, go down to sweet's perfect. I guess I could have. Oh man, I could have played this turn 1. I'm stupid. I am playtesting. So I will play that. Then I wish I don't know how to put counters on thing. Boom. Sweet. So turn 1, turn 2, and then turn 3 would have ticked up. So turn 3, I think I'll play a good Thomas Reach. And I'm gonna go for a island and another forest doesn't hurt. Put the forest in my hand and the island onto the battlefield. Graveyard, then I'll go to turn 4. I'll get a counter. Now I could play Atraxa. I don't think you really kind of need her out too early in the game. She kind of just is a removal magnet, kind of, if they don't know what your deck's doing. But if they do and they know you're just a little fungus guy, he's just trying to make his fungus bigger, I don't think she's too big of a threat. So I would play her assuming that people know what my deck does, and she's not going to be that big of a target for removal. So that would be this turn. And then on my end step, I would proliferate. Turn 4, I'm going to play island for turn. Now, I'm gonna, I guess it's early, I would want to get her online. Less things to swing at her, so, I don't really have, I guess people would swing at her and it doesn't hurt. I would then, I don't know how to subtract counters from this. I will take off 3 from him and make a sapling, and then +2 her right away to draw card and gain a life. I do, yeah, draw card and gain a life. Bonk. And I think that'll do it for thy turn. I proliferate at the end of the turn. I need some card drop pretty badly. This is instant, so I think I'm just gonna proliferate at my end step and make a token. So move to end step, I will proliferate. I will then take 3 counters off to make a Cyberlegus. Should be 0. Wait, I forgot to add one in my upkeep. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Knoxville is kind of hard. Yeah, and then I'm going to play this for 2. And I will sacrifice that creature, create a treasure token, and draw 2 cards. I will then move to turn 7. This is good, very good. I like that a lot. I have 3 more to play with. I'm going to use a treasure token. That's also assuming that she hasn't took damage. Okay, she definitely would have took damage. Let me not play like she wouldn't have. Let me go down. Maybe she's at probably like 3. I am then. I probably would want the card draw, but I don't have anything to sacrifice. I am going to actually. Yeah, just wait. I'm gonna go to that step and then add a counter there. I guess never mind. She wouldn't get a counter. He's gonna get 2 because of this, but I wouldn't be able to proliferate this because it doesn't have any counters, unfortunately. Next turn, then the counter gets put on, then he gets 2, then this gets 2. Then I can remove 3. I think I forgot to play land that last turn. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I play that, so then if I get a counter, it gets 1 more counters. I'm going to remove 3 from this guy. So I did 3. And then I'm going to sacrifice it to draw a card and gain a life. And I will then. I don't have a lot going on, I'm not gonna lie. Then she gets an additional 1 from this. I am going to just go to instant proliferate. I'm gonna turn 8. Very sweet, very sweet. I think our opponent, things would have been. I think she probably would have got taken down, but I'm gonna take her up by 2. And then I get 1 more. And then I am going to remove. So I'll make 3 saprolings. Then I'm gonna pay 1 to draw a card. Play land for turn. Comes at that. Then pay 1, sacrifice another one of the saprolings. Draw a card. That is very good here. 2, 6. I do have enough to do it. But I would want to hold up this removal to use it. If somebody was to swing at my it's playtesting, so I'm gonna I wanna do this. I know, I shouldn't, I should play more seriously. It is turn 9, a lot of shit would probably have happened. And I don't got much going on, but again, this is a bracket 2 deck. It's very slow. It's more of just kind of to do the thing. It's very fun. I don't know if it's very fun, but it's fun to me. I would play that. Go down to 1 mana. Then I would proliferate. Bonk bonk. And then go to turn 9. Sweet. Play land for turn. Now I would start removing things like crazy. I guess I forgot to do the thing. I would have killed one of the saprolings and drawn a card and creature died, so then I gotta draw a card again. Yeah, experience counters are coming in a little late here, I think. what's going on, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of a poor showing for the deck. I think this definitely would have been a game loss. It's turn 10 and I don't got nothing going on my board. I got two little guys and a lot of enchantments. Not even enchantments, this is a guy. A whole lot of nothing going on here, guys. It was a poor showing from the deck. But if you like to just do little fungus things, playing with your pals, playing lower power, just some precons, some older precons. Yeah, I'm gonna call it there. But hopefully, you guys maybe got inspired or thought the deck was cool. I'll put a link to it in the description. Maybe I don't know if I can do that yet. I know I couldn't do it last time, but I guess if you want the deck by Moxfield is Eternity, so yeah, it should be on there for you guys, as well as any other decks that I'm working on or have working in progress. But yeah, thank you for watching the video. Thanks if you watch it all the way through. I appreciate it. I really hope that I can. I really enjoy ASMR watching it. I don't know if you guys, if anybody who's even watching to here, if you guys watch Fred's voice. I really, I've been watching him for probably like 8. Nah, I don't know about 8 or 7 or 6 or 7, 6, 7 years, and he's kind of like a comfort YouTuber for me. Please don't be a horrible piece of shit that's done something wrong, Fred. I beg of you. But yeah, I really enjoy watching his ASMR videos, and he kind of inspired me, and I want to be able to, do that for other people, and hopefully you can come watch these deck videos and be like, oh man, I really enjoy watching these decks buildings, and it sounds nice, and you get tingles, and it's really relaxing for you. That's my goal ultimately. And it would be nice to get some free magic product. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, but hopefully you enjoyed the video and I was able to brighten your day or affect it positively.